Okay, so today we are focusing on sector area. What sector area is it's just part of a circle. So if I'm looking at this, I just want to find the area of just this piece of the circle. So in the formula for sector... So I was saying sector area is just a portion of the circle, and it's the area. So if you notice, pi r squared is the area formula. I take the arc measure and divide by 360 the total number of degrees in a circle. So number one wants me to find the area of the sector formed by the angle UTV and the arc UV. So this area right here. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and plug into this formula. I'm going to have A equals that arc length is 70 degrees divided by 360 times pi, and my radius here is 8. So 8 squared. Okay, so then what I want to go ahead and do is, once I have that formula, I want to go type it into Desmos. So I have 70 divided by 360 times pi, and then 8 squared, which gets me 30 point, I'm going to do 1 because of that 9. So, wait, was that 39 or 30? 39? And then this was in inches, so inches squared. Okay, so number 2 is PSR, oops, I meant PSQ, and PQ, so this one right here. So that is 135 degrees over 360, because there's 360 degrees total in a circle, times pi, and my radius here is 15. Okay, and I want to go ahead and type this into Desmos. So this one is 135 divided by 360 times pi, and then this one is 15. Oops. Squared. So this one gets me 265, and that's going to round because of the 7, so 265.1. And this is centimeters squared. This next one is the same circle as number 1, but this time it wants me to find the area of the sector formed by angle UTV and the arc USV, so the Pac-Man looking shape on this circle. So then what I want to do is, I know that this tiny piece is 70 degrees. I need to figure out the rest of the circle. So I'm going to do 360 minus 70 to find the measure of the yellow one. going to get me 290. So that is the measure right here. Then I want to plug into the formula. So I have A equals 290 divided by 360 times pi, and my radius here was 8 squared. So go ahead and type that into Desmos. This one was 290 divided by 360 times pi over, nope, pi times 8 squared. There we go. 100, and this one is going to round to 62 because of that 6. It changes this 9 to a 10, which changes that to a 2. So this is going to be 162 inches squared. Okay, so number 4 is the same circle as number 2, but this time, again, I'm finding the Pac-Man shape of this one. So I have this circle. I want to go ahead and take the 135 and subtract it from 360. So I can't do this one as I say in my head, so I'm going to go to Desmos to do it. I have 360 minus 135, which gets me 225. So that is the measure of this arc. Then I'm going to plug into the formula. So I have 225 over 360 times pi. My radius here is 15, so 15 squared. Then I can go to Desmos and type this in. Oh, 360. Okay, so this one is going to get me 441.8. And then my units here is centimeters squared. No, because the 8, or the 7 only turns into an 8. It's when it's a 9 that it would. So like over here, when this one was a 9, that one made it go up. Any other questions so far? Okay, so 5 and 6 are finding the area of the whole circle given, I should say circle S. Given the two sector areas. So I'm given the area for this piece. I need to find the area of my whole circle. The way I want to do this is I'm going to have the measure of my arc divided by 360 equals area of the arc divided by, yeah, not 360, pi r squared. So if I know pi r squared is the area of the full circle, and there are 360 degrees in my full circle. So I have arc on top, full circle on the bottom. So I'm going to plug into that I just wrote on my paper. So the measure of my arc on number 5 is 40, and there's 360 degrees total in a full circle. I know my area of my arc is actually, I didn't want this to be pi squared, but yeah, that is 35. I want this to be x for area of the circle. Okay. So then I want to cross multiply. I'm going to have 40 times x, and then 360 times 35. So I can go to Desmos and multiply that 360 times the 35. Gives me 12,600. Then to get the final answer here, I want to divide both sides by 40. So then I can go to Desmos and type that in, which gets me 315. So my area on this one is 315 meters squared. Okay, so for number 6, I know the area of this piece is 48. So my angle here is 135. So I'm going to set it up as 135 over 360. I match up the two angles together. And then I know my area of the sector is 48, and my whole circle is going to be x. So again, I want to cross multiply. I'm going to have 135 times x. And then over here, I'm going to do 360 times 48. So I can go to Desmos and multiply those two purple numbers together, which gets me 17,280. Then I want to go ahead and divide both sides by 135. Then I want to go to Desmos and type this in. So I have 17,280 divided by 135, which gets me 128 for the full circle. So 128 feet squared. Questions here with working backwards?